I know my name. I know my name. Nobody's gonna make me forget, 'cause I know my name now. Nobody's gonna make me forget, 'cause I know my name now. My name is Freedom. My name is Revenge.
Hi, my name is Paul Brumbaugh, and you're on the edge. As part of the Shelter in Place series, I'm sheltering in place. I'm trying to stay safe as I can. I'm in my home, and my guest is with me. Musician, artist, and fellow humanitarian and human being. Give it up for Estelle California. Hi, Estelle.
Hi, Paul. How are you doing?
Very well. How are you doing, dear?
I'm very grateful to be with you.
Oh, so am I. I'm very grateful to be with you, but keeping that social distancing, right?
Yeah.
Now we're really close. We're both in the Bay Area, here in the San Francisco Bay Area, but we were introduced by a mutual friend on another continent. So I'm glad that you're joining us here live. And the reason I wanted to join you at this time of the year is I'm really grateful that 2020 is almost over, for one. Let me say that. I'm really grateful that 2020 is almost over. I'm grateful that there's people out there that are still being prolific and producing their art. In your case, I'm glad that you're making your music.
Thank you.
You're making so many people happy. I've been checking out on all your videos and stuff on YouTube. If you guys don't know, you can check out Estelle California on Facebook, on YouTube, on all those places. I'm gonna have the links down below. You can't miss it. But I just got turned on to you in the last month or so, and boy, where have you been? I mean, I needed some of this. I needed this like 10 months ago, my dear.
Thank you.
We all need a little bit of good news and a little bit of uplifting things. The news has been really bad. I don't want to watch too much of the news, but you got to stay informed. But you gotta feel whole, right? You've got to feel good about yourself. You got to feel good about the people around you. That's why I'm glad I'm connecting with you around the holidays, because this is a great time of year. And I know people have been pent up. People have been pent up in their house for like 10 months. I know that you're a mom and you've been teaching your daughter for the last 10 months. How has that been going, Mom?
Well, it was a big lesson because it was not my thing at the beginning, believe me. It was just like a big thing happening to me. But I mean, in the end, I got used to it, and she's kind of more. I think she's more happy now, so it's good to see that.
Right.
And I mean, we have a better relationship too. I'm not avoiding her anymore. I think it is what it is. We have to grow with what is happening. We have to accept what is happening, right?
Right. She's 6 years old now, right?
Yeah.
So that's a really interesting age. They're all over the place. They're very active. How do you do it? By keeping her inside? How do you keep her active and activities? It just must be.
I have to say, I am very blessed. I have a backyard, and I have 3 dogs, so she plays a lot with the dogs in the backyard. So yeah.
So those are like the best friends right there, the dogs.
That's saving my life, yeah.
So you're fourth in charge. It's the 3 dogs, then you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So how are you doing? Is this been a time where you've been able to write? I know that a lot of the music of yours that I've been enjoying has stuff that you wrote prior to COVID.
Yeah. But the truth is, I think the same way for me, at least in each time of my life when I have to face something a bit hard, I dive first in like victimhood mode, like I depressed, I go low, I lose my strength, and then I think, and I resist the change. Then there is the moment where I begin to accept it, and I begin to rise up from it. So I had a few months, I was, I just with my album, I had so many plans with the album, I was so excited,
Oh
and
yeah.
everything dropped, right? So I had nothing coming on. So I had few months, I have to say, and my kid and all of that. But now it's been 10 months, and I had a time to take the wave in the good way. Now I think I had so much growth. Also, the isolation for me was so hard. I was used to see all my tribe in Auckland, all my people. I was so much in a community in Auckland with the Black people here, and I've been cut to everything that was feeding me. So I had to find all my inner fire by myself. I had to be able to play my music all by myself. I mean, it was not easy, but I am way stronger, way more determined, and I think from a way more real place than before.
Well, that's good. I mean, like you said, I think everybody went through a weird little growth kind of spurt, if you will, February, March, April, and it really depends on how you rebounded. For me, there was a big, I was really excited. I was working on some project, and all of a sudden, like you said, it's like somebody let the air out of my balloon, and it went right. And then all of a sudden, I'm like left there, kind of going, "What do I do? What do I do?" And so it took me a little bit of time to regroup, but then back on track. And so you were able to take writing that you had done and actually start producing it and uploading it, and the response has been great. I've been watching the amount of traffic and the amount of comments, and how much people love your music. How do you feel about that?
Well, how can I say? I think it's very genuine, authentic.
Right.
Like I've been fighting to not change my lyrics, to not change me, to not change my anything the most I could. And I think I will even fight for more. And so it's not easy to like for everybody, right? Not everybody wants to relax with songs about justice and freedom and Black people and fighting and all of that. But this is what I do. And I think in the niche where people can receive it, they love it because it's genuine, it's authentic, it's all what I can do. So it's the way it is. You see, I mean, I'm not judging it, but I'm very grateful it is being received.
Well, yeah, and I think the reason it's been received so well is because you are genuine. You come across as that person. I'm guessing that as all artists that people have tried to change your, hey, it'd be great if you did this, or
if you could make a little romantic song or a little rhythm like we could dance on, or a little something less dramatic, or just make something a bit more commercial or something.
Something more commercial. Oh boy. So you play what comes out of your heart, right?
Yeah. There's no choice.
There's no choice. That's all it's coming out, no matter what. So even if you wanted to make that money and go make a commercial jingle, you couldn't do it right now. It's just what's flowing out of you.
Yeah.
And I can see it. Like you said, it's very genuine. You have a very seems like you have a very spiritual background. You speak of God in your songs, but you're not preaching. It's not like you're singing gospel, but it's like you're singing to happiness, to joy, to even freedom. We were talking about freedom. I know one of your songs that we're going to talk about in a little bit, Black is the True Light.
Yeah,
is very special for you. So there's things like this that come out. I mean, it just pours out of you, right? And like you said, there's not really a way of changing
there is no will. There is I'm very driven by something in me I would call the soul, or something deeper than me.
Sure.
But there is no will. It's not like I want to write the song. They just come, like the Black is the True Light song. I wrote it, I was driving in my car. I had to put my car on the side, and just it came to me. And I was, what this word to me? I mean, it was like 4 years ago. I was very not where I am now in my journey, because I'm learning all the time about what I'm here to do and everything. So I remember I showed it to my therapist at this time. I said, why am I writing these words? And it's very coherent because that, and that. But for me, it's not this way. You see, it's from my subconscious, and then I'm learning with them.
Right.
So it was a big teacher, and it is now it's my legacy. This song is my legacy. It's beautiful.
It's kind of a muse, you know, it's a type of a muse. That's what happens with a lot of writers. I think, like me as a writer, I can't tell you how many times that something comes to mind and I'm driving a car, or I'm in the shower, or I'm on an interview with you, or, you know, something where I'm like, oh, hold on, wait, just a second. Oh, I gotta get this right. And so, or I'm going, hey, Siri, and it talks back to me and goes, no, I don't want to talk to you. And I'm like, okay, Siri, whatever. But there's so many times where I'm making notes, and then I go back and I transcribe my notes and I go, okay, well, that's really good. I don't know where I'm going to use it, but I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
And so I'm a collector. I'm a collector of words. Some people collect items or possessions. I collect words.
Beautiful.
Oh, that was sweet. Oh.
I mean, words are powerful, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They can do so many things. They are powerful. They're, as I think Suri just talked to me. I'm sorry about that. Is that they are powerful. Wow, think of how many things, like your songs are so powerful that they can make somebody that's really sad and upset all of a sudden just that stop and just take you to another place. I know that yesterday a couple times I just wanted to put on my headphones and sit back and just shut out the outside world for a minute and listen to your song. And so that's a beautiful place to be. I don't think many people, at least in my art, being a stand-up comedian, a lot of people don't want to just sit back and listen to my voice go. But you know, it's a different medium. How has it served you? You talked about therapy. I've been in therapy. Is writing and producing music therapeutic to you?
I have to say, for me, therapy was not helping me because it was being in the mind, repeating. It was not helping me. What was helping me is the spiritual journey and this music. This music has been my biggest teacher. These songs, I mean, has been huge, everything to me. The song Star has been my biggest teacher of all. And I'm still, each time I sing it, if I'm not aligned, if I'm not connected to who I am, I can't sing it. You can't sing this song if you are not embodying all my journey, all what is, it's powerful words, right? I don't sing, right, anything shallow. So you to sing them, you have to be who you are born to be to sing them. It's a journey.
Right. Now you have a full ensemble with you, not only just your daughter in the background there, but I mean, you have a full ensemble. You literally have all the music there. Now I know you're a classically trained pianist.
Yeah.
At the age of 5 years old. Tell me a little bit about that. That's just the normal, huh? Is that just normal from your neighborhood, or what's going on there?
Exactly. Because in France at my time, you study classical music at 5 in piano. It was very common.
Right.
So it was, but and I'm grateful because that early it can become a language. It's like a same, you know, and I would not talk so much when I was a kid, and I was a lot by myself. So it was very like a way to express, to go through my body.
Easier to compose now, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like a second language, or maybe even a first language for you.
I would say it's a first language. Yeah, it doesn't come here. It just go out of the body directly.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? So that's talent, my dear. I'm telling you, that's what talent is. No, because, you know, everybody has to work at their talent, but when it flows like that, you know, it's natural. So that's a beautiful thing. And you're doing all the right stuff. Like I said, you're making people happy. And I think probably the more music you produce, the happier you feel, the more free you feel. You talk about freedom a lot, like you were persecuted and held down, and now you've busted out of your box. I feel like that's what I feel like sometimes when I listen to your music and I listen to your stuff. I feel like, wow, this girl, there's nothing holding her back anymore.
Exactly. It's because we are December something, and people, I don't know, maybe post about Christmas, and this morning I posted on Facebook about James. about this song I was singing when I was 6 years old, or maybe before, in French. Beautiful song about a man who was enclosed in jail because of his thoughts, because he was thinking so hard what he was thinking, and he's been enclosed. And I remember this song, and this is what I grew. This was already my blood, my energy. When I was 6, 5, I was this way. And because I was so fiery, so this way, so different, they would try to shape me, to oppress me the most, so I would just be like the other one, maybe. But I was not like the other one, and I didn't have the childhood of the other kids, and I was just different everywhere, and they would even hit me more, so I would be like the other one, you see? And I was so unhappy, because there is no better way to be unhappy than to try to be who you are not, right? You cannot, it doesn't work this way.
Right.
So when I came here, I was, God, the freedom of California, the freedom to be who you are as a woman, to say what you want. It was a huge gift, that I could be big and
like your head was just gonna go like that, right? And so, well, that's good. So it came out as art. It came out as your work, and boy, that must just feel, you must feel so much different. Like you said, the therapy didn't help, but boy, this must have really helped. Right?
Therapy was not my way out. It's amazing, because I've been stubborn. They were trying, but it was not working.
So my type of therapy is I go on stage and I tell everyone about my deepest, darkest secrets, and then no more secrets and no more pressure, and then I can go on and live my life. And so, not that I'm living with a whole bunch of secrets, but I mean, I don't care. I don't care what people think. I just want to be able to create. I want to make people laugh. I want to make people smile. And so like-minded people hang out with each other. So I dig that. Tell me about how Black is the True Light came about for you. You said you pulled over the side of the road.
Yeah. So I can make you the story is very coherent, right? Because I was always drawn to Black people, even in France. And France is a very racist country, but not in the way America is. It's more in the culture. Like, it's very colonialism, so it's very intellectual people who really think they're not racist. Actually, they say very big racist statements. And I knew when I was a kid, I knew it was not right. I knew it was not true. I knew there was something very insidious, very sneaky in the system, because you could pretend you are very about freedom and liberty and right of expression, and say awful things about discriminative things. And then I traveled to South Africa, and I've seen how indeed, if I may say that, the white people are still there, happy to have their privilege. They have less, but when they have some, they are still soaking in there, like kind of taking what the last piece they can have. I mean, I was always uncomfortable and thinking, God, we are in a big lies. The society is lying to us and nobody is saying it. And when I came here, all my work all came together, and I think society here, where we are all equal, right? In this society, you can be whatever you want, a trans, a woman, any color, you are just a human being and a human being. That's why when you said fellow human being, this is what we are, right? Nothing more, nothing.
Right. Well, even 2 years ago, I would have introduced you as, let me see, she's a musician, a fellow human being, and a beautiful young lady, or something like that. And that would get me in trouble nowadays. 2 years later, I say something like that, that gets me in trouble. But yeah, you have to acknowledge the person within, you know, that's really what they're putting out there. And so I'm glad that culture's growing and changing.
Yeah. So I was saying, I was always drawn to this African diaspora energy. And then I had my own journey, and I understood that the resilience, being born Black in this world is a big thing to handle all your life. Like, for no reason, you're gonna have to cross such an energy against your resistance. It's gonna be huge. And I see Black people around me, they have an energy, a grace, a light, a resilience that is no comparable to nobody. I mean, Mandela in the South Africa, the legacy he's been given there is magical beyond everything. So then I understood that this work with Black people, the light, the resilience, was actually all what I'm here to shine, to show to the world.
You know, and that's interesting. That kind of segues into your other song, Star.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about, I know what my name is. I know my name. I mean, that's kind of what we're talking about here, isn't it?
Exactly, because also slaves, like were taken their name away. You remember that, like, slave had no name but one of their owners. So when you're a victim, oppressed, you are taken away your identity, and the ultimate identity is your name.
Right.
So for me, also remembering my name was a huge journey. I mean, I had so much trauma myself to write, and I got to remember it and to forget it about, and it came back, and this, like, I know my name and nobody's gonna make me forget, is a huge statement. Like, statement for me, for all the victims in the world. It's a big scream from the inside essence.
Well, I'm guessing it's so much of a primal scream that when you listen to that song today, it probably stirs a lot of feelings up inside of you.
Yeah, it's still every day helping me.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna play Black is the True Light at the end of our segment here. At the beginning of our segment, I believe I'm gonna play a little bit of Star, but you guys gotta check out all this content. How do you get everything Estelle California? Well, check it out, just like it sounds. Estelle California. All the links are down below. You'll see it right there somewhere, right around there somewhere. You guys will see it. She's on Facebook. We got YouTube. How else can we keep up with you, my dear?
Well, I have a website where I've been writing a lot of deep, real things about me, my journey, and the African diaspora that I love. And also on Facebook, I have a big page called the Soul Family, and I try to. It's like my legacy. So I write a lot. I write and publish, and this is where I put everything.
Well, that's great. Now, will you come back and join us again when we're done with this? Even if we're still in COVID, will you come back and join us again?
It's a pleasure.
Oh, that's great. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining us, Estelle. You guys definitely, this is a way to treat yourself to something really special during the holidays. Estelle California, thank you again, my dear. Happy holidays.
So much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. We'll talk to you soon now.
This is the biggest love song I could have ever dreamed to have. I dream in black. The light is black. The light is black. I dream in big and black. The light is black. The light is black. The light is black. The light is black, and it's the only one that's gonna push the darkness away, God. The darkness away. Yeah. Black has always been in our DNA, and will always be, and will always be. Let's celebrate it. Is that part of us we have to be proud of? That part of us to defend and protect. Oh, black, black is the true light, is the true light, is the true light, yes. The light is black, oh God. Black is the music that keeps us standing. Black is the rhythm that keeps us smiling. Black is the This fight for human rights that keeps us dancing and dancing. Black is this song of hope emerging from the west. Black is the way to come back to life, God. Black is the way to love again, so free. Oh, black is the way to survive in exaltation, God. Black is this voice of freedom coming from slavery. Black is the people that shows us the way. Black is the people that shows us the way. Black is the people that shows us the way of freedom, liberty, of freedom, liberty, of freedom, liberty. Yeah, black is the true light, is the true light, is the true light. Yeah, black is the true light, is the true light, is the true light. Yeah. Black is the only color that lets the stars be bright, God.
Hey, thanks guys for watching this video, and please make sure and subscribe down below right here at the bottom of the page. Otherwise they won't let me out of